Welcome. So, why don't you tell the teams here how SoFIA came about?
How SoFIA came about? It came about 2 years ago when a core team of key engineer, architects, software engineer, hardware engineer meet and think about how we can use the best asset of Intel and make a product which is low cost for connectivity on tablet. The idea was to bring together to make a one chip with application processor, the Atom Core 3G modem, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi in lower cost. And then 2 years ago, here we are, we've got a product.
And what role did Intel Singapore team play versus the rest of the global team?
So the idea was born in Singapore, it was grown up in Singapore, it was the architecture in Singapore, and now what is happening right now is that all the integration is on there.
Awesome. And what opportunity do you see on SoFIA looking at Southeast Asian markets or Asian markets?
The opportunity is huge. If you see, I think I've got the SoFIA here, just one
Very cool.
This is the product. Here you see it. There are two chips. There is a 3G version, which
Awesome.
is dual core, a small one. This is the biggest one, which is 4 core.
Okay.
You see how small it is. This is application processor, connectivity, so 3G modem, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, all in one chip.
Okay.
So you can do quite a lot with it. You can use it for, let's say, you can put this in your set-top box if you want, if you need. So all the application where you need CPU and connectivity, means IoT, you can use this architecture.
Awesome.
You have to go on to sell it.
Awesome. It's AR. We will try to, is all I can say. Alright. Any other segments you think SoFIA would be very key or suited for? You talked about some, but what beyond tablets and two-in-ones?
So kind of application that you need. Yes, and I'm sure that in few years at home everything will be connected. Okay. So there will be maybe your fridge is going to be connected, your coffee machine is going to be connected. Some wearable, some watches. And you need a device which is low cost, powerful enough to run some application, minimum application. So this kind of architecture, single chip with modem, with connectivity, is going to be key, let's say, to multiply the number of connected devices in the future.
Awesome. Thank you, Yannick.
Okay, thank you, welcome.
Thank you. Thank your design team for putting together an awesome product. Yes, we will absolutely try our level best to sell it. So we talked about fifth generation core as one of the innovations. We also talked about SoFIA and the entire mobility impact that it can have, and how the design, a large part of it, happened in Southeast Asia and Singapore. Right. The other cool thing that we have come together for over here is Intel Compute Stick. I'm sure you have read a lot of articles. This is not new news. You have heard about this product, but here's the thing. This, to me, is a game changer, not only from Moore's law point of view, for the amount of compute that we have been able to stick into the kind of form factor it is, but it is also about where it happened. And again, compute stick, a large part of it got designed in our own Malaysia, right? And we have Christoph Kelly, who is the general manager of Malaysia Design Center, and I wanted to bring him up on stage to talk about the compute stick. Good to have you here, Chris.
Welcome back to Penang, Prakash. It's great to see you.
Thank you.
Before we get started, I have a couple friends that I brought along I'd like to introduce you to. Is that okay if we do that?
I don't like surprises, but this one is okay.
Okay. Hey guys, come on down, please.
All right.
I think you might like this surprise.
I can now
Thank
say
you.
I like surprises. I love them.
Surprise.
Thank you. Well done. Well done. Now tell me. Yeah, you can clap. You can clap. To be honest, he's the man behind the compute stick. Essentially, he and his team made it happen. So you meet the man himself. So why don't you touch on how it came about, Chris?
Yeah, thanks, Prakash. We're really proud of the part that we were able to play in bringing this particular product to market. A lot of the initial conception around the device, what it was, what it could be, the initial architecture for it, and then initial prototypes were done right here in Malaysia. We saw some simple compute stick type products running other architectures, and we asked ourselves a pretty simple question: well, what if we put an Intel processor in one of those things, and what if we could make it run Windows? And that really was what we set out to do, and here we are, less than a year later, you've got it in your hand.
Yeah. So it's a very cool product. I'm sure you all agree. We talk about some of the usages, right? And we have a slide back there talking about some of it. So conceptualizing and bringing this product together, what usages did you have in mind?
Yeah, we had a lot of discussion about what we thought something like this could be useful for. I think the first thing was as a home entertainment device. So this takes any HDMI capable display and essentially makes it a Windows 8.1 PC and gives you an experience like that. It will allow you to enhance any home entertainment experience, streaming media through Windows and working with the Windows ecosystem. I think that's a really cool usage. The other one that's fairly obvious is digital signage. So digital signs are popping up all over the place. Any HDMI capable display, if you're a commercial business, you can now run content on this and have a digital sign for advertising, maybe show up at an airport or something. Yeah.
Right. And as you think about these usages, right, the thing that comes to my mind is from a Southeast Asia point of view.
Yeah.
I don't know, many of the people in the audience may know that out of 600 odd million people that are there, 200 million people are attached to education.
Right.
And a lot of them don't have money to buy a very expensive compute solution. But they do have, most of them have TVs. Like across Southeast Asia, we have 45 million digital TVs. And in small towns, if they can't afford a higher-end compute device, they can attach it to a TV and make that a compute platform.
Exactly.
What do you think?
Yeah, we thought education was a really compelling usage as well. My kids bring a memory stick back and forth between school and home all the time.
Right.
And we asked ourselves the question, well, what if, much like their lunch card, that they wear like all of us wear badges and use as a lunch card in the office here in PG12, what if they carried a compute stick around their neck and that was their primary PC that they used in school? I think it's a huge opportunity and one that, particularly in Southeast Asia, with all of the youth culture and number of young people here, could be a really big opportunity.
And how do you see this product evolve in the future?
Yeah, this is just the first generation of is a new category of devices. I mean, basically it's a portable and powerful and simple to use product. This is just the first one of what we hope will be many different types of products with different processors inside, different additional capabilities, maybe connectivity, and different price points. I see with our ecosystem partners, we're really excited to see what sorts of innovation that the ecosystem can unleash with it as well. I think this is just the beginning of what hopefully will be a really big deal category for computing.
Agreed. Now, you are the GM for Malaysia Design Center.
Yeah.
What else is coming?
Well, okay, we're in the... Should I tell him? Yeah? No? Yeah? Well, here's the thing. So I know we're in the R&D building, and we're working on some pretty cool stuff upstairs, but if I told you, then I'd have to kill you. And I really like you, Prakash. I really don't like to have to do that.
So I would prefer to be alive.
Yeah, you're just going to have to wait and see like the rest of us.
Okay. Thanks, Chris. Thank you for coming, and fantastic job. Awesome. Another awesome innovation driven out of Southeast Asia, right here in Malaysia. So we talked on some of these aspects on user experiences that Intel is enabling in the industry. But I want to really summarize it so that you folks take away some of the messages here. these are the three trends or three experiences which really dramatically impact client computing going forward. Number one is no wires. We are removing wires as much as we can. You talked about, heard about 8 times battery life improvement for 5-year-old PC. So you don't need wires anymore. In devices, we have increased the battery life significantly as well using SoFIA. And as you look at wireless charging and capabilities like those that are going to be brought to bear in our future generation platforms, you're literally going to have a situation where you don't need wires at all. That would be, to me, a big, big benefit. Because when I sit at home and I'm looking at some of the wires getting strewn around, that's the biggest thing that I would like to remove, the clutter created by so many wires. The second one is password. You know how many passwords an average human being needs to memorize? Sorry?
Too many.
Too many. Yeah, that's a good definition. Too many. The research says average is 14. And I think it's just climbing because number of apps we go register on and each app uses username and password. Guess what? We have many more today than what we had in the past. Provided you have the same password for everybody, one hack and then your entire phone is open. Could happen, but no password getting enabled out of RealSense 3D, your face becoming a password, pretty cool stuff. That is going to build a lot of security, give real differentiated experience to consumers. And last but not the least is 3D. Make no mistake, this trend is here to stay and it's going to impact everything that we do. It is not under kind of overemphasis that I'm making here, because think about it. You have Dell Venue 8 as a tablet with RealSense 3D camera integrated. This camera used to come as an additional component on top of monitors, previous generation. We again, going by Moore's law definition, we miniaturized it and now it is built into the system. What capability does it offer you? You can measure the dimensions of a room so that you can figure out what furniture sizes you need. You can immerse yourself in games, provided the app supported, to play in a very, very real-time manner, unheard of earlier. You can take pictures and you can kind of focus on different parts of the picture, like I mentioned before, and so many more. The industry is going to find far more number of usages than Intel can possibly think of standing here. But the one thing that is absolutely certain to happen is that combined with the fact that 3D printers very soon are going to become close to a commodity with value price points. $300-400 you can get a 3D printer. Think about kind of things you can go enable. You can print almost anything. And with RealSense 3D, with the depth camera included, the opportunities are limitless. So watch this space, because this combined with the rest of the experiences that we are talking about, clients, all our devices and tablets and 2-in-1s and PCs are going to look very, very different from what they are today. So to summarize, there are a few things that I want you to take away out of this session. Number one, Moore's law is 50 years young, not 50 years old. We have reached 14 nanometer. I see opportunity to go push the boundaries way harder, way longer. And our engineers are up to the task, up to the challenge, and we will absolutely go deliver 100% of the time. Right? Second is the message on Southeast Asia being such a very, very dynamic and bustling market in every sense of the word. You saw some of the innovations that have come together here through Intel. There are so many other companies doing the same thing or different things in the tech sector, and young population. This would remain growing for a long period of time, and we are committed to it. We are going to engage the industry and the ecosystem on a consistent basis. Thirdly, mobility is, because of the demographic, we expect mobility to continue to be a driving force in the future for growth for many companies, including Intel. And last but not the least is, hopefully, from all the the stuff shared and seen and the drones coming through, you see how we are reshaping computing as a company. And Moore's law has been the fundamental building block or the enabler to go make that happen. And that's why I wanted to end it with a slide that really summarizes the ambition to go beyond. Because that's why Intel is successful and even existent 50 years out, because tech is the most ruthless place to be in. If you can't bring more and more competitive and successful products in future, you will be as good as the last product. And the definition of our ambition is whatever can be done can be outdone. That's what drives us. Thank you all for coming, and I'm excited.